Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to do design work inside Adobe Illustrator. I'm making a high security complex for a project for Cartoon Animator. Anyway, I have two parts of my building. These are the entrances of the building, and I need to make a third one here. If you're a designer, the best way to earn money is by doing minor changes and then selling the minor changes that you make in your project. Anyway, I need to make a third entrance point to our complex. I'm just going to quickly take a look and just Control C, Control V. Now I want to move this over because I need the door. And let's move it down here. Actually, I don't need to move it. Control C, V. And the door is what I want to work on the most. Control plus on my keyboard. And let's get to work on the door. Okay, I want to make a back room. Very easy to do that. Just delete this line here. And you'll notice I have a bit of a line here that I need to check, make sure it's correct and they're aligned properly, and they are. Sometimes you have to zoom in to check things and make sure they're done correctly. So this could just be an open doorway or a closed door, it doesn't matter. But I want to add room to the back to it. I click on the anchor point here. Find it, there should be one here somewhere. There we go. And I want a flat floor, and I want to go up to the ceiling with this. Hold down shift, make sure it's straight, and just do that again with the pen tool. I like to use the pen tool a lot with this software. Gets a lot of artwork done really fast. This is basically like sketching inside Illustrator. I add color inside Photoshop. And we'll finish this door. Make sure that there's no fills, because when you go to paint it inside Photoshop, fills can create a big headache for you. Control G, and let's see what this looks like. Now I need to put these two back together. And there's one. I want to make sure it's center, and I need to check everything on it. Doesn't need to be perfect right now, but I'll have to check it later. Just make sure they're together right now, and then I'll center them all later and check them again and make sure they're perfect before I color and put these out as product. Anyway, I make sure these grouped. Control G, group this one. This is one piece, this is two pieces, and this is three pieces. Now I need to make a central building, and that takes a little bit of time. But these are taking up way too much space on my screen. I'm going to need to shrink them down in size before I start working on our main building. And we're finished right here, and I'll fix these later. Bring them down and just leave them there. Now our main building is going to consist of this big long square here, or rectangle. Now I need to center everything. Control R to bring out my rulers. Bring out a ruler real quick and put it in the center part of the square. Then click on it, and it looks okay. Want to make a roof for it? Just click on one point here, hold down shift, drag it across, and click, and there's our roof. Nice and fast. Hold down the arrow key until I get it centered on the line. And there we go, looks perfect. Now I want to finish a roof. Just grab our pen tool and drag it around to the anchor points. There's another anchor point and another one. And we're all finished. There's our roof. Control 2 to lock it down. And there's part of our main building. It takes, on average, a project takes about maybe 8 hours. If you do a full character in Illustrator plus paint it and all that stuff, it could take you up to 40 hours. Really depends on how much detail you put into stuff. I'm going to put a little bit into this. Okay, we're finished this now. Now I want to make a window. You know, no building is complete without windows and doors. Anyway, the first thing we're going to do is draw our square here. And it's very easy to make what you want here. Now there, that's perfect. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Use the hand tool to move around without moving anything. There we go. Now I need to add a bit of an arc on it. So grab our pen tool here. There we go. And find our anchor point. And I think this looks about right. Hold down Shift and let's just draw our line here perfectly. Looks great. Click off it. Press O on my keyboard. Hold down Alt and click. And copy. Now you'll see that's not very good. What I need to do is select both of them and I just drag it over to where I need it to be and we're finished. Now I need to join these all together. Control J, 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 and there's our shape. Now I don't like that either because I want that all to be one shape. Press my arrow keys and then you can see they're joined together. Hold down Shift and press M and then hold down Shift again and drag it across and now it's all one shape. Now I want a frame on this window, very easy to do. Control C, Control V, and then I just shrink this down a little bit. You can see how easy it is to make things inside Illustrator. Once you get used to everything, all the shortcuts and the tools and stuff, it actually becomes very simple to make things. But sometimes it takes a lot of time because you need really good colors. You need to take it over to Photoshop. Photoshop is good for coloring and painting. Illustrator is good for drawing. That's what I find anyway. Now I want to check this and make sure these are aligned properly, and they are. Select both of them, Control G, Control Copy, Control V, V. I want 2 copies of this. Now I'm going to show you a little trick that I use here in a second. You can see I have my nice building over here. Press H so I don't move anything. And I want to make sure these windows align when I add them. Now they're a little bit too big. What I'm going to do is scale them down just a little bit. And then I'm going to move them here. So here's one window. Now it should show me when it's aligned with the little purple line here. And there they are, they're aligned. Now I want to put them right like this. I'm just going to use my eyes and just do it visually. Get as close as possible. Now it looks okay. Now I want a line of windows. Now rather than copying, pasting, and try and measure them, I just do it like this. Hold down Shift, select the other one, go up here into Object, and then I'm going to go to Blend, and then Blend Options, Specific Steps, and I'm going to say I want 4 windows in here. Control, Alt, and B, and there you can see we have a perfect line of windows. That's the most easiest ways to put windows when you need a lot of them in one building. Now the next thing I need to work on is the door, and I'll probably do that a bit later, but I thought I'd show you a little bit of design work inside Illustrator. I use this for all my designing for cartoon Animator. Anyway, thanks for staying with me and watching the video. I really appreciate the comments and the likes. The more likes I get, the more videos I can do. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you all soon. Remember to take care of yourselves and your family. Bye-bye.